cyclical equilibria, which is a new topic. So now in this topic, what is in this topic? It's related to reversible reactions. So the first thing is what are reversible reactions? Reversible reactions are reactions that can go in both forward and backward direction. Okay, they go both in forward and backward direction. And usually at the same time. अच्छा, a lot of things are cyclic, ठीक है? Planet Earth के ऊपर a lot of things happen cyclically. लेकिन that doesn't mean कि it's going in the usually at the same time. That doesn't mean, but the same time वाली बात ना, that's very important. And the reason is कि if it's happening at the same time, so that would be called reversible. कुछ reactions होते हैं जो cyclical होते हैं, ठीक है? For example, you have plants, वो क्या करते हैं कि they convert carbon dioxide to oxygen. Then you have animals and human beings that what do? They convert the oxygen back into carbon dioxide. ठीक है, एक ग्लूकोज को ऑक्सीडाइज कर रहा होता है और एक उसको वापस कन्वर्ट कर होता है वापस ग्लूकोज के अंदर. But that's a cycle. It's not happening at the same time. There's a separate process going on. There's another separate process going on. End result is that things are moving in a cycle, but that's not reversible. Reversible होते हैं कि things reactions that are moving in the forward and backward direction, but at the same time. ठीक है? For example, you have a reactant and it changes into a product, and that product at the same time is also changing back into reactant. Remember कि in any one reaction, कोई एक reactant थोड़ी होता है. I mean, there are billions of molecules that are reactants. उनमें से some of them are getting converted into products, while at the same time, some of the products are getting converted back into reactants. So there's a reaction that's happening in the forward direction, and then there's a reaction that's happening in the backward direction. This is the sign of a reversible equation. It would always be represented by two arrows, okay? One forward and the other one backward. So reversible reactions, they go both in forward and backward direction, usually at the same time. So some real world examples of reversible reactions. A lot of reactions in the real world are not reversible. Okay? If I burn a chair, a wooden chair, it's not going to reverse. Okay? The process, but overall, planet Earth के हिसाब से it would reverse. But another tree would grow and then you can make another chair. लेकिन not at the same time. ठीक है? ये नहीं होगा कि you're burning a chair and at the same time the chair is being all of a sudden forming again. Okay, so you're making products and you're forming the reactants back again. And so I'm going to take an example of the simplest reaction, which is reversible, and that is okay, you must have seen this happening. For example, there's a closed container and it has water in it. Okay, so it has lots and lots of water molecules in it. Okay, so let's say this is your closed container. And in that container, you have a bunch of water molecules. Okay, so there's a bottle. Okay, the liquid molecules are all close together. Okay, I don't have time, but all these molecules are really, really close together and tightly packed. Okay, so they're all sliding past each other. So this is liquid state, H2O liquid. Anyways, now if this bottle had been open, what would have happened is that slowly molecules of liquid would evaporate. Some of the molecules would become energetic and they would escape and they would change into gaseous state. So they would change into water vapors. But since it's a closed container, closed container means nothing can actually come out of it. So since it's a closed container and you have these molecules that are kind of in vapor state and they're constantly moving around. If the container had been open, all these molecules, what would have happened? They would have eventually escaped. and slowly what would have happened to the water molecules? So all these particles, they would have escaped the container, and all the water molecule over here, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता करके it would have evaporated. ठीक है, that is what happens if you put a pan or a pot full of water. Over time, what would happen is the molecules would start to evaporate and they would escape. But you're not letting them escape. Okay, so it's a closed container, so none of the water molecules can come out of the bottle. Eventually, what would happen is, okay, these energetic particles, they would bump into the walls of the container. Okay, so they would constantly bump into the walls of the container and they would lose energy. And when they do that, when they lose energy, these molecules, they would start to condense back again. Okay, so these water vapors, they would start to condense. So what's happening is that at the same time, let's say hundreds of liquid molecules are getting evaporated and changing into H2O gas, water vapors. But at the same time, water vapors are also condensing back. Okay? So this process is moving forward and backward and simultaneously. I mean, for example, this molecule over here, okay, let's say in 1 second it evaporates, becomes energetic and leaves the container. Another water molecule from steam would condense back. Okay, another water molecule evaporates, goes and forms a water vapor molecule. Another water vapor molecule ends up condensing, loses energy, and falls back in. Okay, so the process is going on back and forth. Okay, so water molecules are evaporating, hundreds of them, billions of them are evaporating at a particular instant. But at the same time, billions of different water vapor molecules would be condensing. So the reaction is going in the forward direction, and it's also going in the backward direction. And there's going to be a rate at which it's going in the forward direction, which is known as the rate of forward reaction. But for example, an example is 100 molecules evaporate every second. Per second, okay? So that's one example. So that's the rate of the forward reaction. Okay, how many molecules are constantly evaporating and forming H2O gas? And then there's a rate of backward reaction, which basically means how many molecules. An example could be, let's say, 100 molecules uh, condense per second. So what would be the net change? ठीक है, अब इधर इधर ये देख लो, बल्कि 100 से I'll just take it 1, ठीक है, because I can't really show 100, so I'll just make it. An example could be that every second one molecule evaporates and one molecule condenses. Now look at the container. What's going to happen? Okay, abhi kitna water vapors, and there are 4 water molecules. So every second, let's say one molecule evaporated. Okay, so one molecule has evaporated, and at that very instant, another molecule has condensed. So what has been the total change in the number of molecules of steam? कोई change नहीं आया. There's still 4 molecules. Next second, one molecule of water evaporates, liquid water evaporates. At the same time, one molecule condenses back again. So what is the net change in the amount of water vapors? It remains exactly the same. So the thing is, when the two rates are equal, so when the rate of forward reaction, ठीक है, यानी जितनी स्पीड से evaporation हो रही है and the speed with which it's condensing, when the rate of forward reaction equals the rate of backward reaction. So equals the rate of backward reaction. Then we say that equilibrium has been reached. So then we say that equilibrium has been reached. Okay, and one second. So then we say that equilibrium has been reached. And what is equilibrium? Equilibrium इसी को कहते हैं जो what happens at equilibrium is that there would be no visible change. But if you see your water bottle, you've never seen your water bottle evaporate. ठीक है, मतलब अगर एक ग्लास पड़ा हुआ है ना टेबल के ऊपर, उसके अंदर पानी evaporate हो जाता है. But if a water is present in a container, it never evaporates. The thing is, it is constantly evaporating. Constantly, every second, a molecule evaporates. But every second, because they don't have any place to go, they would bump into the walls and they would condense back again as well. So, bottle के अंदर क्या हो रहा है कि आपकी water bottle के अंदर, the rate of evaporation and the rate of condensation is exactly the same. What we're going to say is the rate of forward reaction and the rate of backward reaction are exactly same. And और फिर ये कि when the rate of forward reaction equals the rate of backward reaction, then we say that equilibrium has been reached. Okay, so this is known as equilibrium. And at equilibrium, there would be no change in the amount of reactants or products. Now reactants की quantity increase हो रही होगी ना products की, ठीक है? So no change in the amount of reactants or products. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि the amount of reactants and products are the same. But इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि amount of water vapors and the amount of liquid water are the same. इसका सिर्फ ये मतलब है कि change नहीं हो रहा होगा, ठीक है? Amount of water liquid and amount of water in gaseous state, they would remain constant. जबकि reaction constantly चल रहा है. आपकी जो water bottle में evaporation is constantly happening, but condensation is also happening constantly as well. Mahal, is this clear, the entire concept?
Yes.
Is that clear? Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, this is equilibrium. अब फिर ये कि a lot of times things are not at equilibrium. ठीक है, आप ना if you change conditions, whenever you change conditions, or alter conditions, whatever you do, whenever you change conditions, equilibrium gets disturbed. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? अच्छा, equilibrium gets disturbed. अच्छा, I'm going to stick with this. Okay, abhi right now na it's equilibrium. I'm saying one molecule evaporates and one. I'm taking. Remember, I'm taking one because वो आसान है show करना. अच्छा, so one molecule evaporates and one molecule condenses. To every second this is happening. अब कोई मुझे बताए कि अहमद आप बता दो. If I start heating this container, मैं change कर रहा हूँ, conditions change कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, let's say there's a I'm applying heat. ठीक है, नीचे मैंने ना आग लगा दिया. I've put it on a stove and I've lighted the stove up and it's now being heated. अब मुझे बताओ, would the two reactions happen at the same speed or one of them would be faster and the other one would actually be slower? अगर मैं इसको heat up करना शुरू कर दूं. अहमद कौन सा
One
होगा?
of them would be faster.
कौन सा वाला?
Rate of forward reaction.
ठीक है, evaporation would be faster, ठीक है, और condensation slow हो जाएगा, ठीक है. So let's say so our assumption is, मैं इसको change कर देता हूँ. So if I start heating this container up, the evaporation would happen at a faster rate. Molecules would gain energy and they would evaporate. It would be a lot easier to evaporate, ठीक है. तो अभी कितने molecules evaporate हो रहे हैं? There's only one molecule that's evaporating. So if I start heating the container, तो अब कितने molecules evaporate हो जाएंगे? There would be two molecules that would, let's say two molecules, ठीक है, मैं hypothetically, let's say two molecules evaporate. Condensation slow हो जाएगी. खैर मैं इसको slow नहीं कर रहा one से ज़्यादा क्योंकि वो zero पे आ जाएगा. So right now just बल्कि कर देते हैं, इसको करते हैं कि the first numbers ही change कर लेते हैं. Let's say every second two molecules were evaporating and two molecules were condensing. Okay, this was equilibrium. Now I've started heating it up. So every second, uh, three molecules are now evaporating. Or condensation जो है that has slowed down. So one molecule condenses. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, so अब क्या होगा? अब चेंज देखना है कंटेनर के अंदर. तो लेट्स से एक सेकंड गुजरा, तो कितने मॉलिक्यूल अब इवेपोरेट हो रहे हैं? क्योंकि इट्स अ हायर टेम्परेचर, तो इसको भी उठा के ऊपर डाल देते हैं. थ्री मॉलिक्यूल्स आर इवेपोरेटिंग. अच्छा, और एवरी सेकंड हाउ मेनी मॉलिक्यूल्स आर कंडेंसिंग? जस्ट वन. ठीक है, तो नाउ द इक्विलिब्रियम इज गेटिंग डिस्टर्ब्ड. फिर अगला सेकंड, थ्री मोर मॉलिक्यूल्स इवेपोरेट. अच्छा, और उसी सेकंड one of the molecule condenses. Next second, third second, three more molecules evaporate. But the rate of evaporation is a lot faster now. Like usi second, one molecule condenses back. Achha, eventually you can see what's happening. What's happening is now equilibrium nahi hai. Now there's a change happening, and the change that's happening is you're forming more steam. Matlab over time kya hoga? If you keep on heating it, there would be more and more molecules of steam that would be present. That means that now the equilibrium is disturbed and the reaction is slowly shifting to one side. Which side? In this case, it's the product side. मतलब वो राइट की तरफ जाई जा रहा है. ठीक है, it's going to the right. ठीक है, मतलब राइट की तरफ या फिर वो स्टीम बनाई जा रहा है. एना, is this clear? साथ क्लियर है? ठीक है, so सीधा क्लियर है? कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है इसमें?
No, it's clear.
अच्छा, so what happens is कि अच्छा, so the reaction is not kind of just normal reaction. क्या होता है? It just वो एक ही सेकंड में ना एक ही गो में it forms liquid to steam. ठीक है, that's it. लेकिन equilibrium वाले reactions they slowly shift. ठीक है, they go from liquid to the other side but slowly. So the transformation, पहले तो वो stuck थे middle में ना products बन रहे थे, reactions बन रहे थे. It was going in a cycle. Forward भी बन रहा था, backward भी. But now the thing is that the reaction is slowly shifting or drifting towards the products. So what you're going to write is, बल्कि इधर लिख देते हैं कि अच्छा, so whenever you change conditions, equilibrium is going to get disturbed. अब let's say उल्टा कर लेते हैं कि I've stopped. अच्छा, heating वाला ना ये important है, ये इसको कर लेते हैं. अच्छा, so I'm going to make some rules for equilibrium, which are rule number one. कि whenever you change condition, equilibrium is going to get disturbed. तो उसका rule क्या है? If you increase temperature, whenever you increase temperature, endothermic reaction is favored. Now this rule, ये example मैं खाली ये कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, remember equilibrium reactions could exist in a lot of places. ठीक है, so ये जो steam वाला example है, steam and liquid water, that's not the only reaction. There could be a lot of other examples, but this rule is universal. So whenever you increase temperature, endothermic reaction is favored. So what is the meaning of the term endothermic? It means reactions that take in energy. So it's called reactions that take in energy, and in this case, for example, में आ जाएगा, evaporation is that reaction. Whenever evaporation happens, energy is taken in. ठीक है? So that's rule number one. Rule number two is exactly the opposite. Okay, let's take the same reaction. It was at equilibrium. Okay, let's say it has reached equilibrium again. Okay, I've stopped heating it, and all of a sudden, the rate of forward and the rate of backward has become equal again. ठीक है, दोबारा 2-2 पे वापस आ गए. Two molecules evaporating, two molecules condensing. ठीक है, so I've stopped heating the container. Now they're back at 2 and 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a fridge or a freezer. So in a fridge, I'm lowering the temperature. When I lower the temperature, which reaction would be favored? Evaporation would become harder. Condensation would actually be favored. ठीक है? Iram, is this clear?
Yes.
तो अब क्या होगा? अभी होगा कि now rate of backward जो है वो actually speed up कर गया है. ठीक है? Let's get rid of this arrow. And rate of forward has actually slowed down. ठीक है? अब molecule को evaporate, there's not enough energy. Fridge के अंदर रखा हुआ है, so they're not going to be energetic enough to evaporate, and they're going to lose energy more readily, so they're going to condense. तो अब हर सेकंड क्या हो रहा है कि तीन मॉलिक्यूल्स जो है वो कंडेंस हो रहे हैं. So let's say the first second goes by, 3 molecules they condense, but only one of the molecule evaporates. Okay, so it's a random process. Evaporation has not finished yet, so just one molecule is evaporating. It has slowed down. Agla second, 3 more molecules they condense, and one of the molecules evaporates. Next second, 3 more molecules condense, and one molecule evaporates. So now you can see clearly what's happening. Slowly, the reaction, there's more and more liquid forming, and there's less and less water vapor is forming. So more and more liquid is forming, and the reaction is now drifting in the other direction, in the opposite direction. ठीक है, तो अब वो backward जाई जा रहा है reaction. So that is what's happening. और इसमें इसका मैं rule number 2 लिख देता हूँ. ठीक है, rule number 2 is so rule number 2. So if you decrease temperature, then exothermic reaction is favored. Okay, so that's rule number 2. Or in this example, but exothermic reactions. Exothermic reactions, which are exothermic reactions? That release energy. Reactions that release energy, and an example could be condensation. Okay. So here are your two main rules. Rule 1, you increase temperature, endothermic reaction is favored. Rule number 2, you decrease temperature, exothermic reaction is favored. ये दोनों rules हमने यहाँ पे देख लिए, ठीक है? So originally the reaction is at equilibrium, but whenever you change conditions, equilibrium is going to get disturbed. ठीक है? Are these two rules clear to everyone? Saad clear है? Anna clear है? Izzat, Sidra, Mahad?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
चलो ठीक है. अच्छा, so now we're going to practice these two rules. We'll just stick with these two rules, endothermic and exothermic. So I'm going to take these rules. Example हमारा खत्म हो गया. I'm going to take some real world examples now. ठीक है, some other reactions, and I'm going to apply the same. I'm going to extend this rule to those examples. ठीक है, the water one example was just for the understanding of the concept of equilibrium. तो इससे आगे चलते हैं. We have, so let's do an example. अच्छा, पहले तो थोड़ा सा idea, I'll just give you an idea of how reactions would be written. ठीक है, so for example, there's a reversible reaction, and that is H2 plus Cl2, and it's in equilibrium. अच्छा, ये जितने भी examples मैं दे रहा हूँ, these are just hypothetical examples. ठीक है, they might be completely wrong. For the real world, for example, hydrogen and chlorine, they don't react like this. Okay, actually, in reality, it's not a. It can be a reversible reaction. Like in never see hypothetical examples. And so you have hydrogen and chlorine reacting to form HCl, and HCl, which is decomposing to form. But a reaction that's happening in the forward direction, and it's also happening in the backward direction. I said, remember, when the reaction is happening in the forward direction, then these are your reactants which react and the product is formed. When the reaction is happening in the backward direction, then this is the reactant and these products are formed. ठीक है, तो remember कि reactant और product की definition जो है ना वो change हो जाएगी if you're going in the forward direction or you're going in the backward direction. Basically, it's a combination of two reactions, one happening in the forward direction, the other one happening in the backward direction. So anyways, this is the reaction. Now, how would you know whether the forward reaction is endo or exo? That's one very important issue. Now, most of the time, what's going to happen is every reaction has an enthalpy change. And enthalpy change is the overall energy change. So enthalpy change is the overall energy change, and the value indicates whether it's endothermic, whether it's taking in energy, or whether it's releasing energy. So it's the overall it's the overall energy change. That's delta H. अच्छा उसमें ना delta H में there would be two things. For example, this delta H is positive. मतलब कोई value होगी. Energy is always in joules. ठीक है, so they might give you plus 88 kilojoules. ठीक है, something like this. So remember about enthalpy change. Positive value indicates endothermic in the forward direction. And if the value is negative, ठीक है, plus or minus signs का ना there's a reason why these signs are given. जैसा ये evaporation था, क्योंकि दोनों जगहों पे energy, in one case energy is being released condensation के अंदर, and in the other case energy is being absorbed. तो वो absorbed और release का जो differentiate करने के लिए ना, what they do is कि they put a plus or a minus sign. Plus indicates के reaction जो है energy absorb कर रहा है, minus indicates कि it's losing energy, it's वो release कर रहा है energy. So positive value indicates endothermic in forward, और हमेशा this value is for the forward direction. Negative value indicates, as a negative value indicates exothermic in the forward direction. So I repeat one thing. This delta H is always given for the forward. ठीक है, it's always provided for the forward reaction. तो इसका मतलब है plus 88. Plus का मतलब है कि endothermic. इसका मतलब है the forward reaction in this case is endothermic. Now, how would you figure out the reverse reaction? Reverse reaction वही value होगी, except it would be the opposite. It would be exothermic. उसका sign जो होगा वो minus में होगा. कि अगर HCl form करते हुए ना energy absorb हुई थी, तो वापस if you're releasing, you're breaking it up, so you would be doing the exact opposite. So the reaction, उसकी जो energy होगी ना, that would be exactly the opposite. It would be minus 88. ठीक है, तो ये rule याद रखना कि how do you figure out कि which one is exothermic, which one is endothermic. इसके अंदर you already knew. मतलब इसके अंदर तो कोई issue नहीं था. You already have an idea कि formation of steam, that's endothermic, and steam condensing back to liquid, that is exothermic. That's already known. But in most reactions, you're not going to have an idea whether it's exothermic or endothermic. So the rule is, if the reaction is happening in the forward direction, and the enthalpy change is provided, delta H, ठीक है, that's the overall energy change. Kilojoules के अंदर होगी. Plus sign indicate करेगा कि it's endothermic, ठीक है. Positive indicates it's endothermic, which in this case, so that means a forward reaction. This is always for the forward reaction. और backward जो होगा ना वो exact उसका opposite होगा. ठीक है? Is this clear? Is it clear? Idam, Sidra, Anna?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ठीक है, साथ क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अब रूल अप्लाई कर देते हैं.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if delta is positive, then it will be for forward reaction. Or if it is negative, then it won't be. If delta is given and it is negative, then
वो
it
भी कर
won't be
लेता
for
हूँ.
forward reaction.
नहीं, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि जो डेल्टा एच जो भी दिया हुआ है, प्लस है या माइनस है, ठीक है, इररिलेवेंट है. लेट्स से कोई और वैल्यू कर देते हैं. लेट्स से इट्स एक और एग्जांपल कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. लेट्स से आई हैव another reaction in which N2, ठीक है, and H2 are reacting, and they're in equilibrium 2NH3, और उसके साथ ना इक्वेशन के साथ ना they've written delta H and the value is given as minus 92 kilojoules per mole. ठीक है, this is provided. अब what I am saying is कि जो value given है ना, this is always given for the forward reaction. अच्छा, this means कि it's given for the forward reaction. तो अब क्या होगा कि अब ये होगा कि जो forward reaction है, this one going in the forward direction, the value is minus 92 kilojoules per mole. पर मोल भी हटा देते हैं, बस एनर्जी का साइन kilojoules. अच्छा, minus 92 kilojoules. Now the thing is minus 92 kilojoules means कि minus sign indicates exothermic. ठीक है, तो मेरा पूरा जो वो था ना आर्ग्यूमेंट था, that is कि whatever this is given, this value is given for the forward reaction. और अगर माइनस साइन आ रहा है ना, इसका मतलब है कि फॉरवर्ड इज एक्सोथर्मिक. इधर फॉरवर्ड के लिए मैंने प्लस 88 लिखा हुआ था, ठीक है, तो दैट मींस कि दिस इज प्लस 88, प्लस का मतलब है कि वो एंडोथर्मिक है. तो इनम, डू यू गेट द आइडिया?
Yes.
ठीक है. बैकवर्ड फिर आपने खुद सोचना है, बैकवर्ड जो होगा ना वो फॉरवर्ड का ऑपोजिट होगा. तो इफ द फॉरवर्ड इज minus 92, the backward is going to be plus 92, which indicates if it's plus 92, it indicates it's going to be endothermic. ठीक है, तो अभी तो सिर्फ ये ख्याल रखते हैं कि every reaction there's going to be an enthalpy change, but the enthalpy change is only for the forward. ठीक है. Backward जो होगा वो आपने खुद आइडिया लगाना है कि उसका ऑपोजिट होगा. और if the value is plus, तो that means कि forward is endothermic. Plus का मतलब है endothermic के ये जो reaction है ना, that gains energy. It needs energy. Forward जाने के लिए ना plus 88 kilojoules of energy चाहिए. अगर delta H minus 92 given है, तो उसका मतलब है ये जो forward reaction है, that's minus 92. इसका मतलब है it releases 92 kilojoules of energy. So there's some reactions that absorb energy, some reactions that release energy. So ये values change होती रहेंगी. ठीक है, कभी प्लस होगी, कभी माइनस होगी, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द रिएक्शन. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप वुड को बर्न कर रहे हो तो दैट्स एन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. उसकी जो एनर्जी की चेंज होगी, दैट वुड बी माइनस. जो भी वैल्यू होगी माइनस का इंडिकेट करेगा दिस इज द अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी दैट्स बीइंग रिलीज्ड. लेकिन अगर फोटोसिंथेसिस है, फोटोसिंथेसिस सनलाइट एब्जॉर्ब करता है, इट एब्जॉर्ब्स एनर्जी. तो फोटोसिंथेसिस के केस में इट वुड बी प्लस. ठीक है, चलिए ये यहाँ तक क्लियर है? कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है किसी के साथ? एनी क्वेश्चंस अहमद?
No, sir.
सिद्रा, ऑल क्लियर अभी तक?
Yes.
चलिए ठीक है, we'll continue with this then tomorrow then. ठीक है, चलिए, ओके, टेक केयर, अल्लाह हाफिज.
Allah Hafiz.
This
Allah Hafiz.